So for the season finale of Tyler Perry's Sistas, a lot of things went down, including that cliffhanger between Maurice and his arch nemesis Q, which leads me to believe that Q may be the one that gets shot, thus killing off his character, and he may not be a major part of next season. But what really struck me or stood out to me the most was that showdown at Danny's apartment, where all of the girls showed up to stage a kind of intervention after finding out that Danny had slept with Q.
What did you tell them?
Oh, nothing. That you were sleeping with the enemy, Q.
Slept with, unbeknownst to me.
And I understand their cause for concern because this man was dangerous and just a lowlife who was responsible for putting 2 innocent people in jail, namely Sabrina and Maurice.
Wait.
Again, what are you doing?
Sabrina Hollis, Maurice Webb, you are under arrest for conspiracy to commit bank robbery.
What?
But didn't they sense that Danny already felt guilty enough about that? I really did not care for their approach to the situation, which just seemed kind of rude. They just barged into her home without invitation, demanding alcohol, grilling her about her sex life, bringing up some of the most painful memories from her past, talking down to her, and really just outright ganging up on her in her own home, putting Danny in pure defense mode.
I was trying to have a hot girl summer. All right?
Yeah, we need to talk about that. You should stop it.
Okay, you hoes get more than I do.
We have the same men.
Who are you talking to, Sabrina?
And though they claimed to only be looking out for Danny's safety, which was a valid concern, I felt myself empathizing with Danny and was glad to see her remind them all about their own track records. Namely Andy, who was still sleeping with the most dangerous man of them all.
Okay, are we really doing this right now?
No, that's what I'm doing. You know, Gary with the wife. Yeah, who's like he threw off a building, right? Like accidentally. Same lady, 'cause crazy never dies, shows up at your house, shoots him, holds you at gunpoint, and then frivolously sues all of us.
But again, their claim that Danny was not taking any accountability for her actions, that she was drinking and smoking too much, and that she was using men to avoid dealing with whatever was really going on with her, wasn't too far off the mark. I felt like Danny definitely needed to seek help and get some counseling after that violent night where she was attacked, and avoid bringing home someone as slimy and manipulative as Q. However, I think her friend's approach to helping Danny was all wrong. And Danny had every right to curse them all out and tell them to leave her apartment. But before we get into this video, please do me a favor and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and be sure to click that notification bell. Your support of the channel is immensely appreciated. Thank you. So I felt that the title of this episode was very fitting. Too Little, Too Late. Because Danny's friends had showed up out of concern for who she was sleeping with. However, Danny had been depressed and in crisis mode long before she ever slept with Q. Why hadn't everyone rallied around her to see if she was okay after she had been verbally attacked and threatened at work by those 2 white men, who turned out to be Preston's brothers, who had bought plane tickets specifically to come to her gate and threaten her, saying some very racist and nasty things to Danny?
So we can tell you this. I'm telling you to keep your black ass away from me.
I'm telling you to get your ass away from me. TikTok.
Look, you're just a pretty black piece of ass. I mean, we've all had some.
Shit.
But he was supposed to just get some and move on.
I mean, clearly this incident was very traumatizing to Danny, who just couldn't take it anymore and wound up running them over with that cart. And why didn't they drop everything and intervene on Danny's behalf after Danny had been physically attacked by the man she'd brought back to her apartment? I mean, Danny beat the crap out of that man, then proceeded to have a complete and total mental breakdown, if you ask me, nearly killing him. Yet none of this seemed to warrant as much of a sense of alarm as Danny sleeping with Q. Maybe it's just me, but I feel if they had shown more love sooner, she may not have felt so defensive later on in these scenes. Because when they came for her, bringing up what happened to her back in college, you could tell that Danni was really hurt by that.
You were uncomfortable with your weight. You was trying to find your confidence in all these dangerous situations. You let the wrong people know that, okay? They try to take advantage of you. That's what happened.
This is great. Psychologist Karen might be my favorite.
But in her friend's defense, Danni also has to take charge of her own life and seek help in order to cope with all of her trauma. There's only so much other people can do for her, and she should take her safety far more seriously. But let me know what you all think. Do you think the ladies were wrong to barge into Danni's apartment, or do you think their reasons for concern were valid? Do you think Danni needs to take more accountability for her problems and stop inviting men back to her apartment as much as she does? Or do you think that there are issues, much deeper issues from Danni's past that she needs to deal with? Drop down in the comments and let me know what you thought about the season finale. And of course, if you've made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead and hit that like button if you enjoyed the content. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And again, please feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you.